The house stood at the edge of the town, older than most memories and quieter than the graveyard beyond the hill. It had been built of thick oak beams and stone, back when men believed time moved slower and nights were meant for thinking. Inside that house lived an old man named Elias Crow. Elias had once been a schoolteacher. For 40 years, he taught children how to read words that were already written, stories that had already happened. When his wife passed and the school closed, the town slowly forgot him. But Elias did not forget words. He loved them too much. Every night, just before midnight, Elias climbed the narrow stairs to his study. The room smelled of dust, ink, and old winters. A single oil lamp sat on his desk, beside a thick leather-bound book with blank pages. That book had been his companion for years. He had never written a single word in it. At exactly 12 o'clock, the air in the room always changed. The lamp flame grew steady, the house creaked as if breathing, and the silence became heavy. Elias would sit, hands folded, heart calm but curious. Then the sound would begin. Scratch, slow, careful, as if an invisible hand dragged a pen across paper. Elias never saw the pen. He never saw the hand. But the book, his empty book, began to fill itself. Words appeared line by line. They were not poems or sermons. They were moments, small, quiet moments from the town's past. One night, the book wrote about a young boy stealing apples and crying from guilt before sunrise. Elias recognized the boy. It was the town baker, now gray and stooped, who still left bread on widows' steps. Another night, the book wrote about a woman standing at a train station choosing not to board, choosing to stay and marry a man she loved but never truly trusted. Elias remembered the woman. She lived alone now, watching trains pass without regret, or so she claimed. The book never lied. It never judged. It simply remembered. Elias understood something no one else did. The book wrote what time itself could not carry forever. Years passed. Elias grew thinner. His hands shook. But every night he came. He felt it was his duty to witness the words, even if he could never explain them. One winter night, as snow pressed against the windows, the book hesitated. Midnight came. The lamp steadied, but no scratching sound followed. Elias waited. Minutes passed. Then words appeared. But they were different. They were written in the present. They described an old man sitting at a desk, waiting for a sound that did not come. Elias felt a chill deeper than the cold outside. The book continued. It wrote of his childhood, his fear of disappointing his father, his secret wish to leave town, the letter he never sent to the woman he loved before she married another man. Tears filled Elias's eyes. These were not town memories. These were his. Night after night, the book wrote more of him, his regrets, his kindnesses, the small choices that shaped a quiet life. Elias realized the truth too late. The book did not write history. It wrote what was about to be forgotten. One evening, a knock came at the door just before midnight. No one ever visited Elias. It was a young girl from town, Clara Bennett. She brought him soup and firewood. She said her mother told her to check on him. Elias hesitated, then invited her into the study. She saw the book. "What are you writing?" she asked. "Nothing," Elias said gently. "But someday you might." Midnight passed. The book remained still. That was the last night Elias climbed the stairs. In the morning, the town found him seated at his desk, hands folded, face peaceful. The book lay open. Its final page was filled. It told of a man who spent his life preserving moments so others would never vanish completely. It told of a quiet ending and of a girl who would remember. Clara kept the book. Years later, she became a teacher in the new schoolhouse. She placed the book on a shelf, never daring to write in it. But some nights, after the clock struck 12, she swore she heard a soft, scratching sound. And every morning, the town felt remembered.